Sounds like there has been a serious setback in the race to make quantum computing a reality. A Microsoft researcher recently claimed to have found something called the Majorana particle, but now it seems he will have to retract his findings. Giving you tons of background and quoting from Wired. Majorana fermions are named after Italian physicist Ettore Majorana, who hypothesized in 1937 that particles should exist with the odd property of being their own antiparticles. Not long after, he boarded a ship and was never seen again. Physicists wouldn't report a good glimpse of one of his eponymous particles until the next millennium. Microsoft got interested in Majorana's after company researchers in 2004 approached tech strategy chief Craig Mundie and said they had a way to solve one problem that was holding back quantum computers: qubits flakiness. The researchers had seized on theoretical physics papers suggesting a way to build qubits that would make them more dependable. These so-called topological qubits would be built around unusual particles, of which Majorana particles are one example, that can pop into existence in clumps of electrons inside certain materials at very low temperatures. Quantum computers are built from devices called qubits that encode ones and zeros of data, but can also use a quantum state called a superposition to perform math tricks not possible for the bits in a conventional computer. The main challenge to commercializing that idea is that quantum states are delicate and easily quashed by thermal or electromagnetic noise, making qubits error-prone. Google, IBM, and Intel have all shown off prototype quantum processors with around 50 qubits, and companies including Goldman Sachs and Merck are testing the technology. But thousands or millions of qubits are likely required for useful work. Much of a quantum computer's power would probably have to be dedicated to correcting its own glitches. Microsoft hoped that Majorana particles could fix this and took a different approach, claiming qubits based on Majorana particles would be more scalable, allowing them to leap ahead. But after more than a decade of work, it does not have a single qubit. In March 2018, Dutch physicist and Microsoft employee Leo Koenhoven published headline-grabbing new evidence that he had observed the elusive Majorana fermion. Microsoft hoped to harness Majorana particles to build a quantum computer, and Koenhoven's discovery buoyed Microsoft's chance to catch up to rivals like IBM and Google. The company's director of quantum computing business development, Julie Love, told the BBC that Microsoft would have a commercial quantum computer within 5 years. 3 years later, Microsoft's 2018 physics fillip has fizzled. Late last month, Koenhoven and his 21 co-authors released a new paper including more data from their experiments. It concludes that they did not find the prize particle after all. An attached note from the authors said the original paper in the prestigious journal Nature would be retracted, citing technical errors. Two physicists in the field say extra data Koenhoven's group provided them after they questioned the 2018 results shows the team had originally excluded data points that undermined its newsmaking claims. I don't know for sure what was in their heads, says Sergei Frolov, a professor at the University of Pittsburgh. But they skipped some data that contradicts directly what was in the paper. From the fuller data, there is no doubt there is no Majorana, end quote.